up, YouTube? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Sherry. Thank you so much for being here today. I am here today just to do a get ready with me chit chat, catch up, talk about all the things that are going on in the world and in our lives, and just have girl chat. What do you think? If you want to do that, then stick around. Anyways, thank you for being here today. Let's get into it. I'm gonna do some makeup. I'm not gonna go in depth into a tutorial or the products, so you can ask me any questions you have down in the comment section. I'm just gonna do some makeup and yap. Does that sound good? Sounds good to me. All right, I think that we have been in quarantine or stay-at-home order for almost a month. It's the 14th of March, and so therefore on the 19th of March, wait, it's the 19th. See, I don't even know what day it is. All the days are melting into each other. March 19th was my first day of quarantine, and it is April 14th. Therefore, it has been almost a month. So, I'm going a little stir crazy. Days are melting into each other. I don't know what day it is. My sleep schedule is messed up because my body wants to sleep in the daytime and stay awake at nighttime. It's just been a thing. So, let's do some makeup. I am going to use these here, Revolution Conceal and Define. So, the first few days that I was in quarantine, my husband was in the hospital and we didn't know what was going on. And so I was on a thorough freak out, cleaning everything possible to clean, sanitizing everything, scrubbing his bathroom up and down because we have separate bathrooms. He's a dude. Need I say more? But anyways, I scrubbed that mug like you would not believe. It was sparkling, spotless. And yesterday I got super bored and I put pink glitter all over my entire eye. And everybody told me they liked it. I didn't like it. You'll see it. I'll show you the video, even though I really just want to trash it, but too many people said they liked it, so I'm like, okay, I'll show you. I mean, every look can't turn out perfectly, and every look isn't our cup of tea, but we gotta try, right? We gotta try something different from time to time. My mom said it wasn't her favorite, but that's a nice way to say it. It's not my favorite. Well, let me tell you, she doesn't hold back whenever she doesn't like something. She's like, I like it when you do it soft and pretty like you. And I'm like, well, you know, loud and obnoxious is me sometimes too. So yeah. Anyways, so I have done a lot of things, including cleaning out closets and cabinets and moving clothes from here to there and washing linens that have been in the closets for a long time, and I'm running out of stuff to do. So it looks to me like I'm gonna be, I've done all the things that I never had time to do when I was working all the time. And so when you're done with all the things that you would do if you had time, what do you do after that, right? So I guess lots of makeup and lots of filming, which is good for you, I think. You might get sick of me. So at first, you know, we were anticipating going back to school. I thought that we were just going to have 1 week outside of spring break and then we'd go back and finish our school year. So I was like, oh, I can, you know, I'm not going to be mad about an extra week to get everything done that needs to be done, because I had done so much on spring break, but we knew at the beginning of spring break that we weren't going to go back until, see, I'm saying August and October in my mind. I don't even know what month it is. We knew we weren't going to go back till April 4th. So whenever they came back and said we weren't going to be coming back at all, that we were going to do distance learning, I was like, oh my gosh. I'm a person that it is good for me to work. I enjoy working. I like having a reason to get up every day. Not that living life isn't a reason to get up every day, but you know what I'm saying? A place to be, a purpose. But that being said, I can't believe how much I miss being around people. Because some days I just want to hang out with me, myself, and I, but man, I just am happy to see people. It has been so hard for me not to see my parents. Like, I've gotten to see them, but I don't get to hug their necks, and I just, it has been so hard. I just want to see them. I just want to be there and sit next to my mom and hold her hand and hug my dad and kiss him on his cheek. You know, it just doesn't feel right at all to not be able to do that. So anyways, it's just been a strange time. I keep saying that to everybody, but because that just feels strange. Everything feels strange to me. Everything feels off kilter. Can I say that I still am not okay with the fact that there's no Starbucks? I make my own. Yes, I make my own, but I would rather just go buy it. And mine, I still haven't perfected it. It's still not as good. I want freshly brewed espresso from Starbucks in my cup, and I'm spoiled rotten. So we'll just go ahead and, you know, tell it like it is. I'm spoiled. I'm just throwing stuff around. Just put that anywhere. And I know you're probably looking at me thinking, Sherri, you're too pale. Your foundation's too pale. This oxidizes like a mug. So don't you worry, children. Don't you worry about a thing. In a little while, I'll be tan. Or at least not so pasty. So, food. You guys know that I've kind of been off and on with keto for the longest time, really working on my weight. I lost like 75 pounds. Over the holidays, I fell off the wagon. Got back on in January. Got back down, I don't know, 8 or 10 pounds. And then all this has happened. So, first thing, my gym is closed. So I have not been to the gym for a month. And I'm that weirdo. I really am that weirdo. I love going to the gym. I really love going to the gym. And I really love the amount of stress that I get rid of. I love the way I feel after. I like the endorphins that you get from working out. And I miss it. Like hardcore miss it. So I cannot wait for the gym to open again. Peach Perfect. I haven't told you anything that I'm using. If you want to know something in particular, just ask me in the comments and I'll tell you. But I'm not really going into stores anymore unless I have to. And so I do Walmart pickup. Well, Walmart pickup has been super limited as far as how many people could actually go. This is my new brush from the Ulta, good Lord, if I could talk, the Ulta sale. It's a IT Cosmetics brush. Look at the fluff. Good Lord, is this lovely. It is lovely. Like, I don't even need to keep going, but I keep going because it feels so lovely. It's so soft and big and lovely. Okay, now that I'm covered in Peach Perfect and tasting nice and peachy, they have been putting limits on what you can get. You pretty much put in your order and you hope that you actually get what you ordered. Ah, my nose itches. And if you don't, then it's just, you know, sorry about it. So it's like you can't plan on making anything because you might not get it. So anyway, it's been a mess, but that's an excuse. I could eat just meat and veggies and I could stay on it, but it's just like I just don't want to. I don't want to go through the trouble, and I don't want to eat the same thing, and I'm just sick of everything. And I am a whiny whinerson, so sorry about it. I am a pink glitter covered whiny whinerson. So I never thought that I would feel so weird staying at home, because when you work outside of the home, and you have, you know, the nights that you don't go for a while. I was taking my husband to dialysis. So the nights I wasn't taking him, I was going to the gym. So every night I was gone. And so on the weekend, I really just wanted to stay home. And so I just always wanted to stay home. If I could just stay at home for a little while. And now it's like, if I could just leave for a little while. And I won't even lie, there have been a couple times that I've just gone and gotten in my car and just driven around because I just needed to leave the house. And I've been laughing at myself so much because it's like, oh my gosh, you know. I am a person who does enjoy my own company. But like, I'm sick of my own self. I'm sick of my own self. So anyway, the other day I was laughing at myself because I was like, oh my gosh, I am bored. I'm entirely bored. And I'm entirely lazy. How can you be bored and lazy? If you're bored, you want something to do. But if you got something to do and you don't want to do it and you're lazy, like how can you be? I was telling my friend the other day I was a dichotomy, and I can't remember who it was. They're like, what's a dichotomy? I'm like, when you're two things at the same time that don't make sense together. So yeah, bored and lazy and a whiny Wonderson. I am fun to be around. I am a joy. I am a bottle of merry sunshine. I'm going to go into the Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop set and do Amaretto because this is almost like a bronzer, but I like it. I need to get a mirror out. I've always got to see a different perspective. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. That's one good thing about being on lockdown is that whenever I do makeup, it's like I'm not going anywhere. So I can try some things I haven't in a long time. I can, you know, it don't matter because I'm not going anywhere. Boy, did that sound hickey or did that sound hickey? So I'm going to take Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop and mix them together. So anyway, the thought of, you know, whenever I'm in the worst of my illness, the thought of staying home sometimes it feels like it would be a relief. But if I had to be at home all day, every day, and I didn't have anywhere to go or anything that I needed to do, I think I'd lose my mind. I really do. This is so pretty together. Prosecco Pop and Champagne Pop, because Champagne Pop is kind of peachy and Prosecco Pop is golden, so you mix those two together and it's like the best of both worlds. Look at that. Ah. So I'm you know, revisiting some of the things I haven't used in a long time because gosh, whenever I'm getting ready for work, I'm just in a mad rush. So yeah, this is beautiful. Pretty. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm going to go off camera to do my brows because they take forever. And when I try to talk and do my brows at the same time, it just doesn't turn out that good. All right, folks. Eyebrows. Isn't it crazy the change that does make to your face? It's amazing. I could not decide on a palette. I have an idea of what I want to do, and in order to do what I think that I want to do, I'm going to use Jawbreaker and Moonspell by Lunar Beauty and Bloodlust by Jeffree Star. So, starting with, I bet you can't guess. I bet you can't. Virgin from Jawbreaker under my brow bone. So, we've all had to get used to a new kind of normal. Uh-oh, I forgot to zoom. I'm so glad I remembered right now. Welcome to my face. Anyways, we've all had to get used to a new kind of normal, and I think the part that's bothered me the most is being like feeling afraid of people. Like walking around looking at just strangers thinking they could have it, they could have it, they could have it. You know what I mean? It's like, I hate that. And like the last couple times I had to go in to get Patrick's prescription, I had to wear a mask. And so like, you know, it's amazing how just a smile is reassuring to people, and it just kind of makes you feel like, okay, I'm still like a member of the human race. I can still be kind. I can still smile at someone and say hello. And with the mask on, I mean, you can see when somebody smiles because of their eyes, but it still doesn't feel the same. I don't know. It's all just very strange right now. All right, this is the color I'm not sure about, but I'm gonna go with it because I need a cooler color. I don't want this warm color, so I'm gonna go in with Sarah right here, and we'll see. Hopefully that will work out. We'll see. This is an experiment, and like yesterday, sometimes experiments, you guys will see my Dose of Colors Marlowe inspired. It wasn't even Marlowe inspired. I just kind of wanted a really big cut crease, and it just got away from me. Like in a big way got away from me. You'll see if you haven't already. Woo! All right, so here we go with Sarah. But anyways, I don't know. I just have a feeling like the news, I had to turn the news off. Like I had to eventually just turn off the news because it gets to be overwhelming. It gets to be too much information. And I don't know about you guys, but I have a very active imagination. And so my brain can take off and go places I don't want it to go. And so what I started doing was just every day when they had the update where the president came and spoke and the doctors came and spoke, I would watch just that. And some days I've even skipped that. But it's like I just want to know what's going on and are we making progress. And it's nice when you hear that, you know, hospitalizations and deaths are going, you know, down, and that feels a lot better. I mean, it's luckily, and thank God, you know, my family hasn't been personally touched aside from, you know, us thinking potentially we had it for a while there, which was close enough. But, you know, there are so many people, you know, you see these numbers on TV and you don't even think that, you know, you don't think that that's an actual person. You know, that's somebody's mom, that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's child, or whatever, you know? And when you start thinking about it in those terms, it gets really real really fast, and that's when it's scary to me, and I have to turn it off. But you do what you gotta do, and you cope with it the way that you cope with it. I think this color's gonna do what I wanted it to do, so yay. Now, I'm going to go into Bloodlust, which I have hardly used this. I wanted it so bad. Isn't that always the case? I'm going to go into Royal Pain. It's named after me, because I can be a royal pain. See if this is what I want. Oh yes, that together, those are so pretty. This is just a, you know, warmer. Oh, that's going to be a pretty combination. Yes. Back to Sherri, back to soft and, you know, slightly subtle and not so out of the box. And do my signature colors. Pink and warm and girly and feminine and not so avant-garde. Just pretty makeup. Or at least I hope that's how it's going to turn out. Oh, that color is gorgeous, especially on top of the cooler color. Oh, yes. Yes! That's what I wanted to happen. So it has also given me some additional time to really get back into the Bible, really pay attention to church more than I have been. You know, I can't help but think a little bit that, you know, obviously I always look for a silver lining in situations like this, but just, you know, the fact that people are playing with their kids. People are spending time with their kids, and it's not that they don't care. It's not that they don't love their kids. It's like most people are just out there, you know, hustling, trying to make a living to feed their kids and clothe their kids and have a house, you know, a vehicle and all those things. Gosh, you know, that takes time away from the family. But I think a lot of things that we have been foregoing for years now, I think people are starting to revisit, you know, sitting down and having a meal with your family instead of, you know, eating McDonald's in the car on the way to the sporting event. Maybe people are rediscovering some of the important things in life that they had just not, you know, on purpose forgot about, but just didn't have the time. So I hope that with time that healing happens from the fear of all this and the scariness of all this, and that people can look back on it as a time when they reconnected with their families. And I think that would be a beautiful thing. So I'm going to take the same brush I was using up there and just go under my lower lash line with the same color. I'm feeling, after yesterday's complex glittery look, I really feel like something very simple. So, can't decide what I'm going to do. I think I'm just really going to be simple, and I think I'm just going to use my finger and go in with this color and call it a day. The color that I want to use is called Samantha, right here in the Moon Spell, and it is so gorgeous. I love, love, love Lunar, oh, yeah, Lunar Beauty shimmers, you guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. That is beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. It's very monochromatic. There's not a lot of difference, except that this, I mean, as far as the tone, except for the, I can't even speak English, except for this being a shimmer and the other color from the Jeffree Star palette being a matte. I'm going to get my 242 and get down into all the nooks and crannies here. But anyways, I'm trying my best. Obviously, this is not how we imagined or wished for the end of the school year to go. But you work with what you got, you do the best with what you got, and you support the families who are having to do something that they're not used to doing. And you support learning from home. So, anyway, this will be a memorable part to look back on, that's for sure. There we go, you guys. It's beautiful. I feel like since everything is so monochromatic, I really need to put a darker color in the outer corner, and I know which one I'm going to do. And I also feel like I need a really bright inner corner, and I do not know which one I'm going to use for that. But I am going to go into Kiki, which is this dark brown, and I'm just going to get it right on the outer corner. I'm not going to go in too hardcore with this. I just want to deepen it a little bit, just to put a little bit of depth and dimension, and to just kind of, yeah, very lightly, just to make it definitely monochromatic, but not flat. I will tell you one thing I miss, besides Starbucks, which you guys have heard that already like 14 times. One thing that I have missed is sports, which is so weird because I love sports, I really do. But I never thought it would be something that I would like actually miss. Because like right now, this time of year, we would have had the Final Four in basketball and college basketball. And it would have been amping up towards the playoffs in the NBA. And that's like one of my favorite times of year. Like really my favorite time of year. I know someone's probably going to stone me for this, but I could probably live without the football season. but I don't know that I could live with my husband without the football season. He would go into deep and utter mourning. So I wouldn't wish that, just because he would miss it so much. But for me, I really do miss the fact that there's no sports. And when they are showing sports, it's like from years ago. I'm going to use this color called Whimsical, I think, in my, that's my ice maker, in my Makeup Geek palette, this one. It's just a very light frosty pink, and I think that'll look good. Yes, it does. Right on. Good choice. So it's amazing how slow a day goes by, especially when you're being bored and lazy. It's amazing how slow a day goes by. And it's weird because aside from like what's on television, I wouldn't know if it was the weekend. Like last night, of course, obviously I knew yesterday was Sunday because it was Easter, and I had, you know, church services online, and we had a Good Friday thing with Elevation Church that was online. I was so thankful for all the, you know, stuff that was spiritually available. I'm gonna brush out some fallout. Ooh, that is bright, and ooh, I feel like I want to put a little bit of that on my brow bone. Is that going to be a mistake? I have not done any kind of frost on my brow bone in, I mean, probably a year. Just a little. Just a little. All right, let me look at myself. Hey, I like it. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm going to go put on eyeliner, lashes. I'm just gonna do some basic, I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to be basic today. Ardell Demi Wispies. And I'll be back and we'll figure out a lip together. Okay, folks, I am back, and this is what we're left with. And I think it is soft and pretty and Sherri-esque. Definitely. So I was looking through my drawers trying to find a lippy while I was off camera, and I came up with Ecstasy Lip Liner by Gerard Cosmetics and Stone, my favorite lippy that's going to go perfectly with this eye, from Dose of Colors. So we're going to go in with these. And I think it looks perfect. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy with this. All right, I'm gonna back myself on out here. Make some room. Boom, boom, boom. And I even wore a purple shirt today. Can you believe it? Okay, strike a pose, strike a pose. What do you think? I think it's very pretty, and I love that bright inner corner. I'm gonna have to remember that color for an inner corner whenever I need one. Okay guys, while I was finishing up, I got 2 parents that need my help and 1 student that needs my help. So I'm gonna go for now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and catching up with me. Please let me know how you're doing down in the comment section. I miss you guys. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel distanced from everything. So please check in down below. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how your family's doing. And please continue to maintain, be strong, keep doing what we know works to stop the spread of this thing, and let's get back to life as we know it as quickly as possible. But in the meantime, Try to not be stir crazy and bored and lazy like me. So take advantage of this time to spend with your family and loved ones. Get caught up on all the things that you never have time to do. Go outside, ride a bike with your kid, draw a big picture on the sidewalk with sidewalk chalk. Just do some things. Do some things that you never have time to do and take advantage of this time. But I'm going to take advantage of this time and go help some of my parents with some schoolwork, and I will talk to you guys very soon. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit that cute little notification bell so that you will be notified of all my future uploads. But until then, take care and God bless. Bye, guys.